Finding purpose in life, the key to true peace and happiness. Many people today, especially in Western countries, feel lost and unhappy because they don't know the purpose of life. This can cause depression and anxiety. When people visit therapists, they often get medicine that helps their symptoms. But medicine alone doesn't fix the deeper problem of not having meaning in life. Imagine going to school or work without knowing why you're there or what you're doing it for. You would lose all motivation and feel hopeless. The same happens in life when there's no clear purpose. Part 2. The importance of purpose and the heart. Many therapists focus only on the mind. But in Islam, the heart is considered even more important. When the heart is at peace, the mind works better. Islam teaches that both good and bad events are part of life's journey. Hard times are not punishments, they are tests that help us grow stronger. Knowing this helps Muslims handle life's ups and downs. In the Quran, it says, "And we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits, but give good tidings to the patient." Quran 2-155. Islam also teaches that life is a temporary test. We will be accountable for our actions on the day of judgment, and this belief gives Muslims a clear direction in life. Part 3. Hardships are part of life for everyone. If life were meant to be easy, even the most beloved people in the world, prophets like Ibrahim, Abraham, Musa, Moses, and Isa, Jesus, would not have faced hardships. But they all went through difficult tests. Prophet Ibrahim was tested with his willingness to sacrifice his son. Prophet Musa faced oppression from Pharaoh. Prophet Isa endured rejection and attempts on his life. These hardships teach us that struggles are part of life's test, even for the greatest individuals. Part 4. Loss of purpose in the West. Many people in the West have moved away from religion, especially Christianity, because they feel it has been changed so much over time. For some, religious teachings now seem like bedtime stories rather than something real and practical. This has led many to become atheists. Without a spiritual foundation, people can feel empty and vulnerable to stress and sadness. The Quran is often recognized as the most accurately preserved religious book. Muslims have memorized the Quran word for centuries. In the Quran, Allah says, "Indeed, it is we who sent down the Quran and indeed, we will be its guardian." Quran 15-9. This verse is a promise that the Quran will stay preserved until the end of time. What does Allah mean? The word Allah is the Arabic name for God. It is a combination of two Arabic words, al, which means the, and Ilah, which means God. So, Allah literally means the God, referring to the one and only creator of the universe. It is important to know that Allah is not just a term used by Muslims. Arab Christians and Jews also use the word Allah when referring to God because Arabic is their language too. Part 5. How Jesus, Isa, used the term Allah. Jesus, known as Prophet Isa in Islam, spoke Aramaic, which is a Semitic language closely related to Arabic. In Aramaic, the word for God is Allah, which sounds very similar to Allah. This connection shows that Jesus likely used a word very similar to Allah when referring to God. Since Jesus didn't speak Greek or Latin as his first language, it's important to understand his teachings in the context of Aramaic and Semitic languages. Part 6. Misinformation and closed hearts. Even though the Quran is preserved and provides guidance for life, many people don't want to read or explore it because of the negative images and propaganda spread about Islam. The Quran also predicted this would happen. For they have hearts with which they do not understand, eyes with which they do not see, and ears with which they do not hear. They are like cattle, rather, they are more astray. It is they who are heedless. Quran 7-179. This verse refers to people who are so influenced by false ideas that their hearts are closed to the truth. Part 7. Islam's guidance for life. The Quran doesn't just focus on worship. It provides guidance for all areas of life: business, health, relationships, and even how to treat animals. This helps Muslims live with clarity and purpose. Because they know life is a test and that everything happens for a reason, they experience less stress. They trust that both good and bad events are part of Allah's plan. This strong belief is one reason why depression rates among Muslims tend to be lower. Even in tough times, Muslims feel supported by their connection to God and the teachings of their faith. Part 8. Don't judge a religion by its followers. It's important to remember that humans make mistakes. Sometimes, people judge a religion by the actions of its followers. But it's better to read and understand the teachings of the religion itself. The Quran also mentions that there will be people who pretend to be Muslims but are not. Among the people are those who say, "We believe in Allah and the last day," but they are not believers. They seek to deceive Allah and those who believe, but they deceive only themselves, and they do not perceive it. Quran 2-8-9. These individuals may create a negative image of Islam through their actions. But Islam should be judged based on its teachings, not on the mistakes or wrongdoings of certain individuals. As the Quran says, so will they not reflect upon the Quran? Or are there locks upon their hearts? Quran 47-24. Seek knowledge with an open mind and heart, and you may find a deeper understanding of life. Conclusion. Having a purpose in life helps us face challenges and stress more easily. Whether you believe in Islam or not, finding meaning is important for living a happy and peaceful life. By seeking knowledge and understanding, we can all live with more clarity, strength, and direction. Please subscribe at Mind Body Hacks on YouTube for more updates.